This is Nick Douglas for Adventures of a Sailor Girl. I have with me Spiesey, Michael Spies. What Hobart is this for you, buddy?
This will be number 42.
Is that all?
That's all. Started very young.
Started very young. Clearly, you're only about 20.
The rest, yeah. No.
But not only are you doing your 42nd Hobart, you're doing it on one of the oldest boats in the fleet. Are you a masochist?
No, I mean, it was a challenge, always up for a challenge. Been on all sorts of boats. You know, I think it was 92. I took a 28-footer down that I built up and hadn't taken my own boat down for a few years, so here we go.
Yep, here we go again. I mean, it feels like Groundhog Day a little bit, but we all can't help ourselves, can we? We've just got to keep doing it.
No, it's addictive. Especially in my case, it's been a serious part of all my growing up life, not only my adult life, but all my teenage life. I mean, I was there and I aspired to do it. I used to come down here as a kid, selling Masabo and just in awe of the whole event and hoping one day I might be lucky enough to do one and someone might take me. And here we are now doing number 42.
That's absolutely crazy. So this is coming up to number 42. How many have you not made it to the finish?
It used to be very, very low number, and then we went through a patch where rudders kept breaking and, the boats weren't good. And there was quite a high attrition rate, not only for ourselves, but the whole fleet, and different standards got lifted and boats got a bit more reliable now again. And, I don't know exactly, but I'd probably say we've been out of 7 or 8, something like that.
So you've had about 50 starts?
No, yeah. That's not how that works, mate.
No, awesome. But, I mean, Mark Twain, tell me a little bit about the boat. She's a classic.
Sparkman Stevens is probably, even now, the most famous design house in the world. Olin Stevens really changed the whole face of yachting with a boat called the Raid that came here 2 years ago, I think. Yep. He developed winning America's Cups and everything, and I mean, he was the number one designer, late 60s, 70s. Sparkman Stevens' name was just synonymous with quality, strong, robust and competitive boats. This was a one-tonner built for a gent by the name of Ron Langman and skippered by Jock Sturrock, who skippered Australia's first ever America's Cup boat, And in the one-ton cup, it was built for the 72 one-ton cup. It was the top Australian boat leading in, finished 6th overall. It was the first boat to have done 25 Sydney Hobarts. And we found it in Melbourne a little bit redundant, slightly unloved, and put it back together and just put in a few things to give it a bit of a sniff of this century, and hopefully they'll make it go a bit quicker. New sails, smarten up the deck layout a bit, and put some people on board who knew and remembered how to sail these sort of boats.
Because they're a little bit different to what you've been racing recently, hey, Spies?
I mentioned before, I forgot how much I actually forgot, when we sailed it the other day. I remembered how much we forgot. I mean, it was just different mentality, different tactics. Your tactics actually change. You think, oh, well, the wind's still the same. Well, they don't. How you approach the tide, how you put the boat across the tide, how you change the angles, how do you try to increase the VMG. The whole mentality is different, and it's actually been a good learning curve and very, very good for my sailing, hopefully. Yeah,
awesome. Well, it's great to see you here. It sounds like you've found a boat that matches you, Spiesey.
Yeah, I don't know how many boats I've had in the past, but it'd be, might be 3 figures, but it'd be definitely well up in the 2s. But this might be a keeper, this one. It is special. Yeah,
awesome. And then I've got to give you a hard time. Come here a bit closer so people can see. You're wearing this lovely, lovely number. I know this boat's won the round the island, as in round Cowes, Isle of Wight before. So you're sporting this merch?
No, they're guys I race with up in Asia and good friends of mine. They're hopefully they'll be the UK chapter of the Mark Twain support group this year. So.
Perfect. And then you've got, I don't think you can see it on camera, but he's rocking an Ichiban belt.
Well, much better than have the petrol bowsers fall down, Nicole. But
Call me Nicole, I'm in trouble. And then you've got a coffee that's made by none other than Di Pearson in the media centre.
Yeah, in the grinders thing as opposed to Tinder. But anyway, so...
it is entertaining, isn't it?
It's the old Ichiban thing. I think I did 8 or 10 Hobarts with Matt on the 70. They had some very solid results, and other programs obviously up in Asia. We had one boat there, I think, with Matt that we won 72 out of 100 races with. So, yeah.
A little bit of respect wearing that belt to the potential overall IRC winners press conference.
Sure. We're good mates. So. Away we go.
Well, go enjoy your coffee. I'll have to get Di to make me one next. I don't think she loves me as much as she loves you.
Maybe wait for the change of shift and some of